Alright, welcome to episode 1 of LoLcows, or whatever you want to call it. So in this series, I'll be discussing LoLcows. I've already covered what they are in my previous video. Got some time off doing something different. Alright, so the first one I'm going to talk about is a person. They're more of a sick. They're more of like a sick type person. They go by the username Della Vista, but their real name is Dara Mize. They came to notoriety for liking animals, so to speak. The name, I don't know, can I say? It's zoophilia. I'm gonna call it zoophilia. Like I said, they got the notoriety for zoophilia. And so this person, there was a forum called Beast Forum, and they posted to, and Beast Forum was people for zoophiliacs, and Beast Forum was taken down like in 2013 or something like that by the hacktivist group Anonymous due to their obvious content. So she went on Beast Forum with the username Serona, and on there she posted, there were some pictures posted of her. I'm not going into detail about these pictures, but there were some pictures posted of her. If you check out the Encyclopedia Dramatica, it'll have the information on there if you want to dig deep into this. If not, stay away from it. I advise stay away. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be discussing more in depth on the psychological aspect of these people, right, more so than what they did. So, like I said, she was a zoophiliac. She had another. I can't find on her background. I found some stuff on Kiwi Farms. I just got on there and looked. See what I can find on Kiwi Farms. There was the last poster in 2013. And right now she has a channel. Had a channel on YouTube called Cult Live. There's been no post there in like 11 years. Her and her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever at the time, they both had DeviantArt accounts, and the Deviant or DeviantArt, whatever you want to call it, DA. Let's call it DA. They're both DA accounts have been deactivated. She also played in She also played World of Warcraft in the Moon Guild, or Moon Guard forum. Moon Guard, Moon Guild, whatever. So with the controversy in 2011, it was December 2011, shortly when all this stuff started going on. She had some exposure. She some people started trolling her for the simple fact of she was mean to animals, is what I'm going to say. And the people in her forum for World of Warcraft came to her defense. They came to her defense, protected her, all this, that, and whatever. And one of her other communities, she posted an apology on the Eyes of Old, whatever that is. I don't know. I didn't look too deep into it. And it was immediately taken down. Dara Mize claims that it was a hack. You can see this on Encyclopedia Dramatica. You can see the post and all that stuff there. So I'm not going to bother putting these pictures up here. So, on her personal traits, let's get to the psychological start of it. Alright, so, zoophilia. It's a possible OCD disorder, and it may stem from childhood exploration, emotional or SA, um, or someone who has an excessive preoccupation or fascination with animals, or someone that's really intense. Someone has an intense interest in animal stuff, animal mating habits, um, or they could be stifled or limited opportunities to express one's preferences. So, this is what I could find by looking it up. Um, another thing, some other things, like I said, I took criminology in college. I took criminology, behavioral psychology, and there are certain things that make people dispose. There are certain warning signs that determine criminal behavior, and it goes across the board into health and stuff like that. So, substance use, a family history of mental illness can also increase somebody's risk factors when it comes to stuff like that, like zoophilia. Um, but there's no really definitive cause on what makes it that way. So the best they can really sum up on this from the psychological aspect is someone has an intense interest in animals, and that's all the way from little pictures of puppies all the way to making watching two dogs make new puppies. Uh, any sort of basically any sort of psychological abusive background, substance abuse, and they're talking about repressive environments. So, repressive environments could be someone take a family that's highly religious, like the Amish, any sort of group like that, any sort of household like that, helicopter parents. You have really strict, straight Christian parents. That environments like that is just a few examples. Let's see. And now, and as for her personal traits, like I said, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not nothing like that. I'm not a psychologist, not a therapist. I've took a bunch of psychology classes through college, but I'm not like a medical professional. This is just my own personal opinion. This is my personal opinion, nobody else's. So what I think is, so on her thing, she discussed. On her thing, she kind of discussed, because she posted ads on these forums. She posted ads. She actually on Beast Forum, she did post an ad. I seen the ad, and basically from the ad, she is one of these people that is submissive, or bottom, whatever you want to call it. Normally, people that are submissive, some cases, it's high signs of anxiety, and being submissive in that context, it kind of helps the anxiety because someone else is in control, not you. And another reason, so in her life, she could be having her being in an abusive house and stuff like that. Or, well, nothing says she was in an abusive there's nothing says that she was in an abusive household. I can't find much in her family history, nor do I really, really want to dive too deep into that rabbit hole. But one of the things I've noticed is, so people that are submissive, they're normally in a situation where they are. It's like a two-sided coin. They can either be high anxiety, something like that, and in a submissive role, it's a way for them to be under someone else's control, care, guidance, things like that. It takes the anxiety. They got to think for themselves. They have that guidance. Whatever they're missing in their normal life, they make up for it playing that kind of role. On the flip side of that coin, she could also or could have also. I don't even know if she's still alive or not. On the flip side of that coin, she could also be in a position to where she is in charge. She actually has a business. I'm not going to say the name of the business or anything like that. Like I said, you do the research, you can find all that stuff out. But with her business, it is, she's a business owner. It could be she could be really high stress because she's in control all the time. There we go. She could be in control all the time, and her personally being a submissive means that that's her way of not being in control. She just don't want to be in control. And also, the anxiety in running businesses or being in charge also goes hand in hand, because there's anxiety and stress with that type of work of being in charge or being a leader, whatever it be. And my personal opinion on that is, I'm thinking she probably, more than likely, because she was looked like she was the manager of a few guilds online. So, just judging on what I've seen for her online behavior and stuff, she might be in charge of a lot of things. And plus, knowing her with the business, she could be one of those people that have a lot of responsibility on her hands. And that's why she is the way she is. Or was. I don't know what pastor, I don't know should I use, he, she pronouns or were pronouns at this point in time. But that is just my personal opinion. So down in the comments, I'm going to put links to these websites, some of these, and that we all can. If you want to do further research, go for it. And if you have anything to contribute in the comments, just leave it there. Shoot me a message, whatever. I'll be more than happy to talk to anybody about it. But remember, these are just my personal opinions. And have fun, guys. Thanks for watching.